Hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, I'll show you how object can access attributes inside OOP. So for this, let me just write one example. So what I will do, I'll just write a class and the class name, let's say person. Okay, person is the class name. Inside that, I'm going to create a constructor. That means the magic methods, I think you know. So here I have taken a constructor and I have defined self here because this is the constructor of the person class. That's why I have to mention the self here. So here I'm going to show you one very interesting concept inside OP. See, you can also take any kinds of, let's say, parameter as an input in a class. It is also possible. Like previously, we learned like how we can take the parameter as an input in a function. Inside class also it is possible. So whenever you are defining any kinds of constructor, inside the constructor, in this particular function, you have to take this particular parameter. So let's say I want to take two parameter called name and country. Okay, let's say I need this two parameter. Now what I will do, I will just define these are the class variable. So I'll just take variable called self.name, and inside name I'm going to store the name. Whatever name actually user is giving, I'm going to store inside this particular variable. Fine. Then the next variable I'm going to create called country. Okay, country is equal to country. Okay, now inside this particular class I'm going to create a method and I'm going to name it as greeting. Okay, greeting. So again it's a property of person class, so I have to give the self here, and inside this particular method I'm going to write one small logic. So I'll just write if the self, okay, self dot country is equal India. Okay, if it is India, so it will greet me like that. It will greet me like that. Print ref string. Then I'll just tell namaste self.name. Okay, whatever name user is passing, so it will do the greet message. Okay, to this particular name. That's it. Else I'll just write print hello self.name. Okay, that means if your country is India, it will tell you namaste, that particular name, the name actually you are giving as an input. And if you are not from India, so it will tell you hello. So it's a like very basic method I have just written. Okay, it is just doing the greeting operation. That's it. Now if I execute the code, it's working fine. Now let's define the object of this particular class. So I'll just write p is equal to person. Okay, person is my class and it takes actually two input. One is the name, another is the country. So let me give the name. So let's say name, I'll give Bappy, and let's say country, I'll give India. Now if I execute, see, it's working fine. Okay, now if you just write p dot, okay, if you just write p dot and wait, you will see all the actually attribute methods, everything is visible. So inside this particular, let's say class, I'm having country attribute, then name attribute. So these are the attribute. Actually you can see these are the attribute. So this is called class variable, this is called attribute. Also you can either call attribute, either call class variable. Okay, both can be called. So that's how actually we can access any kinds of attribute in a class with the help of that particular object of that particular class. Okay, this is the idea. Now see, if I just write p dot, it will suggest me all the attribute and the method actually I'm having in this particular class. Now let's say I want to execute this method called greeting. Okay, I'll just initialize this method, and now if I execute, see, it will give me namaste Bappy because the country is India right now. Now let's see if I give any other country. Let's see if I give US. Okay, USA. Now see, if I execute, it will tell me hello Bappy. Okay, now we can also access the attribute. So let's say if I just write p dot name, and now if I execute, so it will give me Bappy. Okay, you can also access the country, it is also possible. So it will give you USA. Okay, so that's how with the help of object you can access any kinds of attribute inside a class. Okay, it is possible. Now let's say if I just write p dot gender. Okay, p dot gender. Now just let me know whether this will work or not. Just try to see this class. Is there any gender attribute you can see? No, it is not there. Now whenever I will execute the code, it will throw me one error. It will tell me person object has no attribute gender. And the error actually I'm getting, this is the attribute error, because this is the attribute I'm trying to access. This is not a method actually. Okay, if it is a method, you have to give the parenthesis. Okay, you can see this is the method, but the things actually we are accessing, this is the attribute. Okay, this is the attribute. Okay, and gender is also attribute I'm looking for, but this gender is not present inside this particular class. That's why it's telling attribute error. Person object has no attribute gender. Now see, inside Python OP, we can do one amazing thing. Let me show you. See, if we just write p.gender, okay, p.gender is equal to, let's say, male. Okay, male. Now if I execute the program, what will happen? Just pause the video and let me know. See, if I execute the program, it will work fine. Now if I'm trying to access, okay, if I'm trying to access right now this particular gender, now see, it will give me male. Okay, that means what is happening, you can also create the attribute, okay, outside of the class. It's not like that. You only need to create the attribute inside the class. Let's say once you define some attribute inside a class, okay, it's not like that you can't create later on. You can create it. So easily you can create another attribute, okay, outside from the class also. So this functionality is available inside Python OP. Okay, and this is like very interesting concept, because going forward, let's say whenever you will be implementing different projects, so there is let's say there might be a possibility you have to create some more attributes, okay, after a creation of that particular class. That means you will be creating outside of that particular class. Okay, so that's why this concept is super important. You have to know. So not only one attribute, we can create some more attribute. Let's say if I give p.age is equal to, let's say, 23. Now if I execute, it will work. Now if I just write p.age, now see, it will give me 23. That means you can create as much as attribute in this class itself. Okay, there won't be any kinds of issue. So yes, this was a quick topic. I just wanted to let you know inside OP in Python, because many people will have the confusion, can I create any kinds of attribute outside of the class or not? It is possible or not? Yes, it is possible, and that's how actually we can do it. Okay, yeah. So I hope guys it is clear. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.